Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star, and let's get into this message I have from God. The message that I heard from God is different than anyone's ever seen. The scripture comes from Job 4:12 through 16. A word was secretly brought to me. My ears caught a whisper of it. Amid disquieting dreams in the night, when deep sleep falls on people, fear and trembling seized me and made all my bones shake. A spirit glided past my face, and the hair on my body stood on end. It stopped, but I could not tell what it was. A form stood before my eyes, and I heard a hushed voice. All right, y'all. So for someone, you have been wanting to feel the presence of God. You have been wanting to see the presence of God, regardless to if this is because you are actually going through something and you've been calling on God to help you, or if this is just you genuinely feel as though you've never felt that presence of God in your life, or you've never felt God around you. God is saying, his presence is different than any other presence you have ever seen, any other presence that you have ever felt. God is saying when you feel his presence, you are going to know that it is him. And this is like 100% the truth. From experience, when you feel God's presence, when you hear God's voice, you know that it's God's voice. It's not just that you hear a random voice and you're like, oh my goodness, who is that? You know that it's God. It's like literally nobody else that it could possibly be. It's no mistaking it. You can't confuse God's presence for anybody else's. And on top of that, you don't just feel, of course you're going to feel love. Of course you're going to feel warmth. Of course you're going to feel joy. But at the same time, you are also going to feel fear. You are going to feel, it's like your emotions are going to be uncontrollable. And Enoch speaks about this in his book, the Lost Book of Enoch. He speaks about how he felt in God's presence. And several people that talk throughout the Bible speak about how they feel in God's presence. God's presence isn't like any other person. It's not like just man on earth. There may be people that you fear, and there may be people that you love, but at the same time, those emotions do not fathom. It's like it doesn't even come close to the kind of emotion you will feel for God. Okay. And that's the message, literally, okay? God says you will know. And I feel like whomever this is for, God is going to visit you. And God is letting you know that when he visits you, you will know it's him. You won't be able to mistake it. You won't be able to confuse it. You will know that it's God. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.